Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the holy ones of God, our moments with the love of God, with His mercy, and of course, our moments with our own inner self, which is also created by the loving God in a very loving manner, so that we can lift what He has given us within us, love, also to Him. And if you like the videos, you may please share it with others. Today I tell you it is here -3 degrees, and I tried to come without the cap and without the gloves, but it is impossible. I tried once and then I had to go inside and bring my cap, etc. Today is the 22nd of December, so winter is really in here, and also the fourth Sunday of Advent. And today's gospel happens to be exactly the same gospel as that of yesterday, where we spoke about how Mary went in haste to a hill country, to a town in Judah. You see, this is also a place surrounded by hill, and I am imagining that she could have gone to a town like this little town in Judea, to meet her cousin Elizabeth, who was already in her 6th month because of her age. She was keen on going to help her. But today, from the same gospel, we go further and we find out when actually Mary meets Elizabeth. Elizabeth greets her, and as Mary greeted her and Elizabeth, they greeted each other, the child in Elizabeth's womb leapt for joy. And Elizabeth said, "How is it that the mother of my Lord comes to me, and as your greetings entered my ear, the child in my womb leapt for joy," she said. And I think this is a wonderful example already of how, when one encounters Jesus, what happens to a person. Even the child in her womb leapt for joy. That is how powerful the encounter with Jesus is. That encounter that we are waiting for. Just in another 2 days, we will have the midnight mass, where we will celebrate the memory of the first time that Jesus came to this earth, and we are waiting, of course, for His second coming. But it is good for us to remember that let us not just celebrate Christmas as a ritual, as a happy event. Maybe in some places it will be snow. In Austria also there are many places where it has snowed, but here right now it is below 3 degrees and it has not rained, so that's why there is no snow. But how beautiful is this encounter? And I just was trying to think of the events and various times in the gospel when people had an encounter with Jesus. What happened to them? The very first time we see how the disciples were called, Andrew and his brother Peter. When Jesus met them, he saw them, they were fishing. He told them, "Come, follow me." Just the first encounter, no more words, no more lecture, no more advertisement. "Come, follow me." They left their nets, they left everything and followed him. Again, he went a little further and he met the other two brothers, James and John, and he told them, "Come, follow me." They left everything, their father's boat and net, and they followed him. That is how powerful the encounter with Jesus can be. Then remember the case of Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was only curious to see Jesus. But what happens when he encounters Jesus? When Jesus tells him, "I will be guest at your house," he immediately says, "I am sorry, I will return half of my property, I will distribute to the people, and I will return 4 times to those people whom I might have cheated." See, what a powerful encounter and what a powerful conversion. Then you remember what happens to the Samaritan woman? The Samaritan woman who came unknowingly just to do her daily chores, to fetch water from the well. And what happens when she meets Jesus? What a wonderful missionary she becomes. She runs to the villages. Yeah, come, come, I'll show you the man who has told me all about my past. Is he not the Messiah? That is what happened to her. Then there are several cases of people who encounter Jesus and they are either healed, they are able to speak, they are able to see, they are able to hear, they are able to walk. All kinds of things happen when we meet Jesus. I am sure that you too have tried to have an encounter with Jesus, but somehow maybe it has worked, maybe it has not worked, or maybe sometimes it works for a while. We get very inspired maybe by a sermon or maybe by Christmas, and then we go back to our normal life. What the gospel today is telling us, that let the encounter with Jesus have a deep impact in your life, that it can totally change your life, like the life of the disciples, like the life of Zacchaeus, like the life of the Samaritan woman, like Paul, the great apostle. When he encountered Jesus on the way to Damascus, his total life changed and he became the great admirer and great preacher, great pillar of the church. You too and I too can become this if we let Jesus really work in our lives. And I wish you all the very best. The rest of the 2 days that are left before Christmas, please spend more time in prayer and meeting Jesus. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.